friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it is another nice day. It's calm, the sun is out, but the place is still a little bit overcast here and there, but we get a good amount of sunshine spell today, that's all. But we get a good amount of sunshine, and the wind is not so strong. So because the wind is not so strong, so the place is not so handsome in my sleeve, that I say, my sleeveless. But anyway, guys, we are at 500 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Thanks for all your comments and all your subscription, and just thank you for being a part of this movement. Thank you for being a part of this community. I know some of your comments are quite strong. I know some of your comments are on the stronger side, but it is what it is. We all have a comment, we all have our own opinions, and we all have to do whatever we think is best. But as long as we don't have to be disrespectful, because I try not to disrespect other people, so expected the same to be reciprocated to me. So anyway, guys, on my last video, the last video I did, it was what was the topic of that video? I think the topic of that video was Jamaica is paradise. Jamaica is paradise, and life in a foreign land is not a bed of roses. I think it's something along that line. So yeah, that video has garnered a lot of responses, a lot of engagement. A lot of people said their 2 pence, even upon the nose ring. Even on my nose ring. But yeah, some people are gonna like it, some people not gonna like it, but you can't live your life to please people. So if somebody say, oh, I don't like the nose ring there, take it out, like, do you think I'm gonna take it out? Are you paying my rent? Yeah, are you facilitating my day-to-day life? Why would I want to listen to you and take out my nose ring? Like, it's just fashion, and it's not everybody's gonna like it, so it is what it is. So anyway, guys, as I was saying, I uploaded a video the other day which I got a lot of views, and I appreciate it. And I came across there's a lot of comments. I came across one comment where the gentleman says, I think it's a gentleman, where the gentleman said, well, why don't go back to your yard? Because I was explaining to him how difficult it is to live in a foreign land. But it looked like he missed the whole point. You know, hear me say I don't have no money, because I spend the whole last 22 years out of my life solely just making sure that my children are okay. Who need to go university, who want to try multiple business, many times. So it's like my finances has always been directed to my offsprings. You understand me? So when me young, every month, all the money I was working, I was earning, to me can't be in England and my kids them absent one day out of school. That was not something that I could personally deal with, because if I'm in this country, the least I can do is make sure that if my kids should stop going to school, or if my kids should take a day off from school or whatever, it's not because them not have no lunch money. I must sick, or them probably come up with some excuse or for whatever reason. But money are not the problem, my love, why them not go to school. So that's where my focus was at. My focus was at making sure that my kids get an education. So even though people may say, but it's a long time you're here, but me couldn't get to do anything for myself. My focus were my kids. I have 3 kids that I did have to take care of, and the fact of the matter is somebody did run and left them Not in every sense. Not like me did intentionally run, but at the end of the day, that it boiled down to. Some of we just not want to accept it, say, enough for run left kids them. A lot of us run and left them because for whatever reason, we may think it's everybody have them reason to do whatever it is that they do. And everyone is thinking that at the time that they're making their decisions, they are thinking that the best decision this. So you work with it. It's only after years of being in that decision, and of course being more mature and being able to look on things from different perspective, then you realize that at the end of the day, I run and left them, because you think that all that you're doing will benefit them, but it's not benefiting the kids. Just providing money and all of them something, they not benefit Pitney in no way, shape or far. That anyway, that's a story that I'm gonna do for another day about being financially responsible for when you have kids in Jamaica. That's another topic, and that's gonna take a lot, because I'm from a family where me are the second generation who university graduated, because I've been to university. I have my bachelor's degree in business, and before that, the generation before me, my aunt, my uncle, them, whatever, they had their degrees as well. So we're coming from a family who education is really, really important. You understand? Me never know nothing about poverty until I became an adult and started doing things on my own. And my dad decided to cut me off. My dad had decided that he's gonna cut me off from whatever inheritance me forget and whatever thing. But true, me did so bold as a youngster. Like, those things never mattered to me. Like, be having money and be like, you don't notice it, that you are your situation that you grew up in compared to some people in Jamaica. It's like my situation was like a palace me grew up in. And me don't know nothing about sleep with people in a bed. Me don't know nothing about not have no money for go to school, can't find lunch money, I don't know nothing about these things. The only time I get to find out about these things and when me take up picnic on my head and decide to go breed when me 18 and have the first child when me 19. At them the time there's some hard life start lick me, some poverty lick me left, right and center. Me said that I wish somebody run from good. Which somebody run from a good stable life to go live amongst the vagabonds. Every time I look on my past, I have to laugh, but I say everything happened for a reason. Say I wasn't one of those kids that grew up in ones where you hear say, oh, mommy couldn't. Well, I wasn't brought up by my mom. I was brought up by my dad, and his side of the family, they were quite affluent, right? So we never feel like we're in short and nothing. We always have everything. We've always have maids. When I was with my dad, we had a living maid. Before that, my grandmother, she always we have the washer woman. We have Papa Puns. He used to cook in the outside kitchen. Him responsible for that. My grandma used to have different ladies that work in the inside kitchen, and people who wash our clothes and all of them someday. She did get an early bus as well, because her husband, he came to England in the 50s. So them start to see money early. So therefore, then after spring, they were able to provide a better life. So in the community, they were like the rich. You know, there's some country, you know, say, some people know say, yeah man, them people always have things and little. My grandmother, she was that. I can't bet how she did show off in that time there. Because she was a show off woman. Because people used to like boast. I'm glad I'm not take it from her. Because I'm not boastful, and I don't like to boast on other people who are less fortunate. And me know that. I was completely different from my family. It's like me was a black sheep. Me not do things their way. So I went to a great school when I was growing up. I went to Arden High School in Kingston, and I took myself out. I transferred myself from Arden High because I decided, no, my father can't agree, and I can't, but I'm going to go boarding school. And I got myself into boarding school when I was 15. All of them something I do by myself, you know, because I did so things, I did too smart, and I thought that I knew it all. So anyway, I do all of them things. So I was just giving you a brief history. So my background is not coming from dirt poor or coming from poverty. No. And when me a big woman, me start experiencing something because my father said, "Me done with you because you're not here, you're not doing this." So since me I run down hard life, then show me what hard life is. Hence why me reach a England. You understand? So as I was saying, growing up the way how me grew up, me not grow up in no tenement yard. Me not grow up with me and mom, no brother and sister, nobody have to sleep on the same bed. At one time, me and one cousin used to sleep. One of my cousin named Debbie, she live in America now. When Debbie my grandma used to have a 5-bedroom house. And me and Debbie used to be in the middle. So me not grow up asleep with no whole of people. Me not grow up, not have no shoe. Like all those things were just prevalent in my life because, as I said, my mother them did poor. My mother's side of the family, they were very, 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 very dirt poor, and my father's side of the family, them did have money. So to my gathering is that them never really like my mother because children say she poor and our family them poor and rare and blah blah. Anyway, they never really showed that to me. So me never grew up in no poverty, nor no wants, nor nothing like that. As me say, when me say me a big woman and start do me things, my father decides I'm done. I need to go do life by myself and go do what it is. So some hard life lick me. I me reach England. Anyway, so while as I was saying in the previous video, when you tell people how difficult it is in this country, they don't believe. It's like they think you're joking. Mind you, if you come to this country when you are young, even if you came at my age, I came when I was 26. If I had come to this country childless, without any kids, even though it would take long to still straighten out, I would be in a better position because I would not live two life. Because it's like I have a household over here running. It's like my body over here, I deal with one in England, but my mind is in Jamaica. It's like I can't even explain, unless you have been through it, it's gonna be very hard for you to understand, right? So it's like you're living in a two household. That's why I say I don't know how some man cheat, because when you cheat and you have two family and you have I try to make the two set up family then live alright. You can never come to nothing. You never will come to anything. So anyway, as I was saying, coming to England, when I came, because I had kids back home for me, I'm talking about myself, guys. I don't know about your situation, but I've seen a lot of people who come to this country, especially the ones who have kids back home. It's like you can't get a chance not even to save, because and the people in Jamaica, they are so clever. They are so clever. They come up with all type of bulls to me sure say me gets a lot of that as well. My one may not be so blatant and whatever, but I'm sure my especially since they've gotten bigger, I know so they use their head for me and say they want this and they want that and this, I want a sick and that, they want a sick and this one figure that and that one. So I know that they do that. But if you come to this country and you don't have any offsprings, it's like you come here, you can start new. Even though it go hard, but you know, say I just one mouth you feed. You're not thinking about nobody else. It's just you yourself you're thinking about. But when you have your offspring to think about, and in my case, I have 3 kids back home, and not going to school a single day, that wouldn't be a big issue. So anywhere to come from, I have to make sure say lunch money, tax, private tax, if you carry them go to school, everything have to be there, because if I leave them to come, the least me can make them get is a good education. What is about that? Anyway, so may I say back to the life of England. So after you leave your country, you come to this country. It's not like where you go to America, and I am assuming that to sort out your paperwork is much easier in America than it is in the UK. Because I love 6 years me illegal before I couldn't put in any paperwork. Not before me get any kind of temporary stay. You hear me? 6 years, another lack of trying, because I got married 2002. I got married 3 years. I met my husband and I got married 3 years after I came. So it's not a matter of I was doing the right thing, but because the laws were changing, where you had to go back to your country of origin to get married or anything like that, I decided, say, no, sir, if I go back to Jamaica, chance of me coming back through it now go work. So I said, no, I go lay low. So I married and I waited for about 2 years before I submitted any paperwork. Because I not give them no reason for say my marriage fake. I mean, now we have a child, we live a good married life, and when I present my case must be watertight, seal. So for the first 6 years, it's like you're living in a country, you feel like you're in a prison. You can't do nothing. But the people them back home see you there all these years, come and say 6 years that fine and all, now you can't do this. But they not even know the pressure where you're under from immigration, if you get to work, you feel like if anything there, you're afraid, you can't go to the doctor, you're afraid to call pass all the police at the police station because you're afraid say people are going to grab on, but because you're new in this country and you do not know how it works. So saying this to say that when I read some of the comments and one person was saying in particular, so why you not go back home? Brethren, me not have money if you go back home. You know hear me say me not have money. Go back home, go do what? But couldn't see a man come laugh at me say look how long should they have for in 21 years. But you don't know my struggles. You don't know what I've been through. Why me a millionaire and at this right now the way how me tired. I am just tired. I have been working for over 20 years now. 22 years non-stop. The only time I stop is when I'm on maternity leave. I'm always having things to do. This I want to go a doctor, this I want a book list want pay. My mother go to want go a dentist, my sister go to want go there so, my brother go to want go there so, the another brother maybe want something, my uncle. It was a lot. And it's like you try to be there for everyone. And for me, as I said, I never know how to say no. And the heart of me have is like I'm always feeling as if sympathy for other people, because in my head I'm saying no, I'm in England and I'm in a better place or now I realize it, I know so you go. You know how many times I'm there this country and I get letter and I can't open it because you know what is in the letter, and just you know say some money where you owe, you know say them are threaten to carry you go to court, you know say them are do something because you can't hide from them. May have big so with letters that I've never opened because I know one of them and just the thought of it stressed me out. That's why now I don't want a credit card, I don't want a store card, I don't want none of them card there. If I don't have cash, I will do without. I don't want to, at the last, after I was in debt for about 7 grand UK pound. I guess when I finally paying off that, I cut up every credit card. I don't want nothing unless it's my write out money I buy it. And even though you try to come out of that kind of mindset, you still get drawn in. It's like every day you see people are shouting in your face, buy and pay later, buy now, pay later, buy now. So you will get caught up into that. So you learn, you live and you learn. But it's not, I think probably in America it probably would have been easier. If you're a single person, no have no offspring, if you come to this country, you have a high chance of making a great life. But when you have children where you really care up, that's why some people come up and run and let them pick them and then a business, you know. And them no business because again, you spend out your whole life saving and everything on these kids. And when them turn adult, them tell you how much string make you up. And if you tell you, that is a story for another time. So hold that thought. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So before, in my previous clip, I had to cut abruptly, so I am back. Just trying to finish what I was saying. Where did I leave off? I don't remember where I left off, but let me continue. Why I say England is foreign is not a bed of roses. Do you know that if you lucky enough Me not lucky enough to buy a house. Me love England, so me can't do that. If I didn't have any kids back then, I'd have more time to put my resources elsewhere. But as I said before, my resources are going into getting my making sure that my kids got an education. So that is where all my resources, everything that I had, because I couldn't afford for my kids them absent from school not even one day. So I made sure that them go school, them go high school, who go university, and I'm quite proud of that. Yeah, I am very, very proud of the fact that I was able to do that. Although I wasn't able to do a lot of things that people would expect, but as we said, I not do things to people. I work off of my way. So if you come over here and you already have your kids, so back in Jamaica, it is gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very difficult. But if you come here as a young person or as a younger person and you don't have any kids, then it's like you can just start afresh and just one month you have to feed. So what sometimes people have to keep, so you have to pay for TV license in England. So you buy your TV for how much? £100. You bought a television, but then guess what? After you buy your TV, you have to pay your TV license. After you buy a TV, you have to pay a TV license. That's a number one. That is one of the things then. If you have property and dead left property for your kids, you will have to pay your kids will have to pay inheritance tax. So if the house value £400,000, maybe your kids have to go pay £100,000 to the government for inheritance tax just because you decide to leave your something for them. So when you hear me talk about all of these things, guys, it's not just one area and not just one factor make it difficult for you to make it. And as I'm saying, it's not impossible. I am just saying it is difficult. I'm gonna insert some photos of some kitchen and some bathroom, and then I will let you see the space. I will let you see the space that when I tell you about the spaces that we have. Me tell you, say, in the previous video I told you if you outstretch your two arms, one to the left and one to the right, you actually touch one side of the wall and another side of the wall in some rooms in this country here. So me don't want nobody come tell me say if it's so hard and if it's so this, you go back with what? You don't hear me say a lot of time people cannot afford plane fare. People cannot afford these luxuries. Go back, go do it. If we even can pay the plane fare, then what we are going to do after? Then what we're going to do after? Pay the plane fare and just come sit down and looking on the face. Then the same man say, look how long they go to England. Look at the shall she live in England and come back down. Now remember say what? One you know a beg phone, you know a beg this, you know a beg that, you know a beg. I made it so stupid. Everything everybody asked me for me give them. Everything everybody asked me for me give them. Because I was that stupid. But people, it is not easy to live. It's not easy to live anywhere, but it is very difficult to live. Anybody who wants pretty it up or anybody who wants certain things. I'm not on the road. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not involved in illicit activities. I live a normal, peaceful life. So anybody who cannot live that normal, peaceful life and want to go on the street to get fast money, you can go do whatever it is, you don't need to get no money. But I'm just saying, if you're planning to go on the straight and the narrow, and you don't have no family, you don't have nobody, me not have nobody because all of my people, them mad auntie, uncle, niece, nephew, everybody is in America. The little washout family that I have over here, maybe some third cousin or some fourth cousin or some long generation. So, me do it for my own. I did it on my own. And hey, guys, I will catch you in the next clip. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.